Guys, so I got a message the other day that says, Mark, what's up, man? It's been a minute. I have a rig that has your name all over it. Are you in? Heck yeah, man! This is not a paid product placement by Geek Squad or Best Buy. It's just a coincidence that they're working behind us today. What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog. Guys, we got a new one. And I was told that this one has my name all over. Now, I know what it is. I haven't seen it in person. I'm super stoked. But this is by a very well-known company named Kyosho. Let's open this thing up. Ooh. Kyosho's been doing an amazing job at making some scale vehicles lately. The last Kyosho review I did was on the... Does that plane not know I'm recording over here? Come on. Was on the Chevy Bel Air. That thing was sick. Oh, can you guys already see it? Dang it. I'm spoiling it. But this one, it does have my name all over it. Oh my goodness. Boom, guys. The Kyosho Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. I have a TRD Pro. Mine's not a Tacoma, but this is freaking amazing. I am so stoked. Let me show you guys these box panels really quick. So it looks like the chassis is built on like an actual race chassis. I mean, that looks legit. It looks like it has a metal chassis. It looks like it has front and rear diff, center diff. That thing's hardcore. But the body and the wheels and tires make it look really, really scale. It comes in two really cool colors. It looks like kind of like a light blue or almost like a moon rock gray, almost, but it's more blue, and then an electric green. I was close. It was actually lunar rock. That's exactly what it is. So super cool. Looks super scale. Now it looks like on the box it has headlights. I think the headlights are aftermarket, not aftermarket, but an accessory that you need to put on it. Looks like it is brushless, a 4-pole brushless system, 2850 kV, 80 amp ESC. So that tells me it's probably, oh, it's a 2 or 3S LiPo. I charged up a 2S LiPo for this thing. We could do 3S LiPo, but this is just too pretty to like beat up. That's the only thing. That Kyosho's doing such a great job at making cool scale vehicles. I don't want to mess them up. Looks like a 9 kilogram servo. That does look like a Metal Gear servo. Comes with the Synchro KT231P Plus transmitter. Oh man, that thing looks sick. I do not know what color I got. It tells me the color code, but I don't know what the color code means. And then the color code I got is color type 1. So here we go. Let's see what color I got. What color do you think I got? I think both colors are amazing, so I don't really care, but yes, guys, I got the lunar rock. I'm actually really glad I did. I think that color is super sick. Both colors are super sick. Let's take the stuff out, see what we got in here. Oh man, I'm ruining my favorite part of the unboxing. Look at that. Wow. Oh man, there she is, guys. She looks so good. So this is an ultra scale body car by Kyosho, and I know they've done a lot of cars in the past, and it's nice to see again them doing the trucks. The TRD Pro, man, they nailed it with this body. Look, it even looks like a clear lens. I know, although that's probably Lexan, you can see how it's kind of see-through on the lens. The rear view mirrors, you even have the little antenna on top. Man, this thing looks freaking good. So as for a proper unboxing, you have your manual. Looks like a bind plug. Comes with some preload spacers and what looks like maybe some camber links to adjust your camber. And then there's your little toolkit down there that I don't recommend you use, but if you need to, you have them. Here is your remote. Now, one thing I like about the remote is it has a lot of options here. You can set your endpoints, your dual rate. Looks like your reverse speed too, but very, very nice remote. Feels good in the hand. So the way the body comes off on this thing, it actually mounts on the bottom down there. So I already took the body clips off. We're about to look at this car for the first time at the same time. Let's take a look at this thing. Holy smokes, what? What? Look at that chassis brace. Holy smokes. This thing is ready to rip. That chassis brace is massive. I'm assuming you can really send this thing nosedive and do whatever you want and not have to worry about breaking the chassis or bending the chassis with that massive chassis brace. That might be one of the biggest center chassis braces I've ever seen. That thing is huge. There is your big old 4-pole brushless system. Now this is a bigger motor than just a regular 540 can. That's big. It's almost like an A-scale size. And then your 80 amp ESC. Tires feel good. There are foam in the tires. It looks like, yes, they are glued, but man, this thing looks freaking good. Let's see the bottom. There it is, the metal chassis. Wow. Man, I'm so stoked. I can't wait to rip this thing. All right, I have the battery in there. The battery actually mounts like standing up, which I think looks really, really cool. Look at that. Very, very clean. So it was hard for me to find a 3S battery that fits in here. This is actually a 2S. However, on the box, it actually says top speed 75 kilometers per hour, which is about 45 miles per hour. So nonetheless, let's rip this thing. So the verdict's in. You're probably wondering why I'm at the track with it. It's because that's the first thing I noticed when driving this vehicle is it handles really, really well. Like, handles like a race car, which doesn't surprise me because Kyosho is known to have really, really strong, robust, well-handling race platforms. So yeah, it was awesome. If you're wondering what makes it awesome, it's because it doesn't have a lot of body roll. It handles corners really, really well. Like most bashers, especially bashers that are trucks like that, you go into the corner and it will kind of flip over. Also, the braking might be the best braking I've ever felt in RTR. It's very, very smooth, very, very linear. I felt very connected with the vehicle whenever I first started driving it. Now, I will say it has a little bit of lag on the throttle. There's not a crazy amount of punch. However, it's super smooth. So again, really, really controllable. Now, because it's a race car, that is one downfall if you do want to bash it and go over rocks and stuff. It doesn't have the best ground clearance, but it doesn't flip over. And it's so easy to drive. I mean, even testing whenever I was driving it on the track, I had Ethan out there marshaling for me. He didn't have to marshal once. And it's an RTR that I'm driving on the track, and I drove for about 10-15 minutes and didn't have to marshal once. I mean, that puts it in perspective of how easy it is to drive. Now, it handles like a race vehicle, but looks like a scale vehicle. The only problem with that is the body when it comes to racing. I like the body. It looks really, really cool, but because they had to make it look scale and it had to be kind of propped up with that body lift, the way they had the mechanism that held the body up kind of got out of whack every once in a while. And what I mean by that is once it comes out of place, like there's a spot for the body post to rest, and once it doesn't rest in that spot, it can cause wheel rub. That was the only problem I had with it. I didn't break it, nothing overheated, But every once in a while when I would wreck, and a lot of times I would wreck and not flip over, I'd have to readjust the body, otherwise there was going to be a lot of wheel rub. The other thing is I did break off my rear view mirrors pretty quick. I broke that off when I was bashing it, like the first wreck, and when I was driving on the track, I was messing around like after it was all done, and I did break the rest of it off. So it kind of broke part of it off, but I'll show you what it looks like. Not a big deal, but I think if you're driving it to drive it, you probably just want to take those off. Well, that's a wrap, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.